Hey guys, Morgan SLV here. Today's date 10/29/2010. Great to be with you today. Gold today $13.59, up 18 bucks. Silver today $24.72, up 76 cents on the day. That is pretty awesome. Hey, I'm going to kind of attempt to use an analogy here on how I pay attention to the metals markets and just markets in general. You know, I played poker online for about 3 years. My handle or my name, given name on like PokerStars and whatnot, was Ratfink, and it was real fun, you know. And when I'd win a lot, you know, they, instead of calling me Ratfink, they just call me Rat, and that was supposed to be some kind of a dig. But you know, one of the things that happens when you play Texas Hold'em or any other cards, I guess, card games. I was just a Texas Hold'em guy. My father played poker for a living when I was growing up. Low ball, if any of you guys remember that. But in Texas Hold'em, you have what's called the board or the community cards. I read a book, several books, but one of the books that I read by Doyle Bronson, widely regarded as, this particular book was widely regarded as the Bible of poker. He said, one thing you can never afford to do is misread the board. And what does that mean? That means I've sat there in games, live games as well, and one of the reasons when you go into a casino, you're not allowed to call out the board. In other words, you're not allowed to call out, hey, there's a flush, hey, there's a straight building, hey, somebody's got the third king or something like that. You're not allowed to call out the board. Why is that? Because your opponent or whoever you may or may not be in a hand with may be misreading the board, which means they can have the winning hand or have a winning combination and not know it and fold their cards or bet wrong. That's why you're never allowed to call out the board. So it is on you to never miss the board. What I've been trying to get through to everybody over my last few videos is this. You know, yes, I believe that the metals are on their way up. I'm going to talk about QE here in a second. They're on their way up to the stratosphere. I mean, I truly believe that, or I wouldn't be doing this, okay? But the way I look at it is when you take the information that is given to you through YouTube, through reading the books, through talking just to your friends and neighbors, and you know, I have a saying: you chew on the hay and spit out the sticks. But you can never misread the board, and here's why: it could really cost you. You could, you know, one of the reasons I don't buy ETFs is I don't want to find out, you know, Wednesday that my ETFs crashed on Monday, right? And so, i.e. misreading the board. So you don't really want to do that. If I can put an analogy in there to all you poker players out there, you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. You just can't afford to do that. And so my fear is, you know, I want you to understand something too. When I do these videos, I'm not talking to you guys. I'm talking to me. This is mostly for myself. I got to be honest with you. It gives me a way to verbalize what I'm thinking, and then to see it played back and to see how it affects others. And I'm just telling you right now, as far as precious metals go, yeah, I believe, you know, let me put it to you this way. When I had my taxi company and I was cruising about $15,000 a month, I didn't realize what a bubble economy was. I didn't realize that anybody, you know, pretty much a trained monkey could have probably had some success in my field. I didn't realize that. Now that I'm outside that business and I'm putting together other options for myself, I realize, yes, we were in a bubble economy, and now I have to completely retrain myself. Part of the retraining is do not misread the board. You still have, I understand that pretty much, again, a trained monkey could probably make money in this market, but I don't know about you. I want to get all I can. I want to get all the mileage I can out of my silver, and don't misread the board. That means studying. That's what it means to me. Let's go over tips for a minute. I was watching, I believe it's Inflation Nation today, and he said, you know, tips stand for Treasury Inflation Protected Securities. They're in the negative right now, so the Fed is most likely going to inject, you know, $1 trillion or more back into our economy, and over the short term, over the next couple years. And what does that mean for our metals? That means they're going to go up, right? As they debase the dollar, our metals are going to flip and skyrocket. And I couldn't be happier. And I don't think it could have really happened to any nicer people. How about you? As far as our metals going up. The CPI, over the last year, they're claiming it's 1.5% because they're funny numbers. But if you use the same numbers or the same calculations they used in 1980, it's already above 10%. So inflation You know, I talked about corn being 60% up, you know, over the last 90 days. I mean, and I think that's even a little low. I haven't researched it I haven't researched it today. But the bottom line is what they're doing to our dollar is only going to drive our metals higher. And I agree with that. So I don't want anybody, you know, if I'm questioning, you know, whether or not there could be a dip, what I'm really saying is don't misread the board once again. I mean, I played poker I played many hours. I played at least 20 hours a week for about 3 years, because when I get into something, I get into it, you know, wholeheartedly. And anyway, I just appreciate everybody's, you know, viewing my channel. Oh, once again, on the bullion that I'm going to be offering, hopefully, I'm waiting on a call back from this guy. He's out on a cruise right now, so, you know, he's enjoying his lifestyle right now, but he will be back. And, you know, I've got several calls into him, and I also have some emails going out to him, letting him know that, you know, what would really be good is if you guys really are interested in getting some kind of a deal. And I can't promise you anything. All I can say is whatever deal that he'll pass on to me, I'll definitely do for you guys. And hopefully something will happen, and you guys will have another avenue to get some bullion and at a great deal. And you know, we're coming up with plans, you know, having some kind of a code, you know, a monthly code or whatnot. But it would probably do him good to see some comments on there, you know, hey, I'm interested. Now, I already had some comments from the UK and whatnot that people are interested, and will I be able to ship? And he tells me the shipping won't be a problem. So anyway, just wanted to say hi again today, guys. Once again, don't misread the board. Morgan SLV out.